one tends to be a scrappier map as well.
Yeah, you know, this map has not been looking actually too good for BetBoom recently. We saw them play it at the Kato play-ins, you know, battered by Cloud9, and then also played it in the RMR. Again, got battered by Cloud9, but we can give them the caveat of being Cloud9. But the fact still remains that they've lost 4 out of the last 5 times they've played it, so it's not been good. We're very quickly on the way in towards the game, though, which is what we love to hear. Right back in towards the action. Both of these 2 seeds, teams, may I say, holding about a 50% win rate on the map in the last few months. By all metrics, it's pretty damn even. Let's see who's feeling a little fresher coming into it.
Looking good here, charging forwards through middle. Oh my god, this is such a weird place to fight, isn't it? Not one that the CTs in particular are going to be used to. And you can see it. Danis will go down. Siren and Zorte, the last 2 remaining. Still a lot of open angles, but Siren loses his head round the corner. Just going to be Zorte in towards CT. And Resol has a bit of an idea that he's over here. So, surely not long. Oh, for this world, unless he hits his shots. What now? This would be quite something if he could pull it off. Not a lot of time, right? With no kit available, he just does not fancy his chances. Gets the Julies, gets his kills, and it's a nice setup for the next round. However, it's forZe to take the pistol.
Well, Zorta. Nothing on the way out. Celta, 4 kills to his name. Wasn't quiet by any metrics in towards the previous game, but it was kind of all Gokushima. So good to see Celta back in and amongst it very quickly. Had a really good map number 1 despite the loss. So off the back of a double OT, a bit of a marathon of an overpass. It's forZe who start. Well, of course, reminder for those at home, this is the lower bracket here. This is a 3rd map. So essentially, it feels like a best of 1 to see who will be staying alive in the IEM Chengdu cause. Who will be moving on towards tomorrow's matchups and continuing their lower bracket escapades. We shall see. Molotov on the corner. Just to stop any con players who feel like a peeking towards mid. It's 3 guys again through elbow here. And you know, already, you can see that forZe, since they've had any contact, they feel a little nervy about it. Flash on the corner. Celta just falls away.
Oh, spamming away. And Nafany will fall here. Ooh. Okay, he does find another on the way out, though. That's decent, or rather a first, I should say. Either way, looking very good for forZe. It will just be Siren up in the defense. Oh, lovely little dink at range there. Too many bodies to deal with for him, unfortunately, but, you know, nice in isolation. Might just be an idea to hold on to these MP9s, to be honest. But no, they're maybe looking for the scrap. Kyron is at least done. Wow, sneaky little angle might work for him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The MP9. If you can upgrade that, he'll take it all day, but isn't going to make too much of a difference. forZe. All important second. That's the big thing in these sort of rounds. Just make sure you see him off comfortably, of course, because it was a force by BetBoom as well. Will give forZe all of this early kind of room to work with. Anubis currently, I think, is kind of regarded as the most T-sided map in the pool. While you do see a lot of teams off the back of winning the round actually choose to start CT. The stats say that this is a pretty heavily favored T-side map in comparison to the rest of them. I don't think any map should inherently be T-sided, but Anubis is as close as we get. Very puggy, at times very scrappy, which is actually what kept forZe alive in that kind of start of the second half when it was back and forth for something along the lines of like 8 rounds in a row. So 2-0 start. What do we got to work with?
Starting off a bit slow and quiet here, as you would indeed expect, but speeding up. Shalfey will find the first onto Nafany. And that should be the A-bomb site falling with that frag, to be honest with you. BetBoom are sticking together and just going to look to try and overwhelm an area. Goodness me, Zorte melted. Oh, Kyron through the smoke. There you go. Manages to find one. Celta a little bit low, so there's definitely potential for a kill or two more. Danis with a big find. Digits dialed in, but the round itself and the damage in particular maybe up in the air. Okay, no, Danis will take his prize of an AK and get out of dodge.
Celta's low, but it's not going to make a difference here. So yeah, like you said, they're going to keep all of those two. AK and a Galil. Tuck their heads. Saving on this map is so difficult. It's very kind of thin in terms of the way the sort of the map spread out. It's actually not long either. And it does, you know, those sort of metrics make you think there's actually quite kind of confined in its spaces. I wouldn't say it is. I think Inferno is definitely one of the most kind of constricted maps we've got right now. Banana's near impossible to play at times. That's why there's a lot of conversations about changes to Inferno needing to be happened, because, I mean, we've already spoken about Kato played once? It's insane for that to be a thing. A lot of teams are actually now changing Inferno to be an insta-ban, which that's always been such a rarity. It's been, you know, the common anecdote is all good best of threes are decided on Inferno because everybody floated it. Everybody knew how to play it, and everybody was more than happy to play it. They just never instantly picked into it. So I think, I'm sure, Valve are probably seeing this and thinking, changes have to be made here. I mean, same conversations that we had about Vertigo as well. Maps looking and playing quite stale at the moment. That's what we're trying to say. Bring back Train, bring back Cash. FM Pone's already said he's heavily working on it, on Cash. So,
absolutely. Cash, absolutely. And
he's saying as well that he said on Twitter he's making sure that Cash is like the old Cash, the Cash that we all know and love, not the green Cash that we all hate. Speaking of hate, you hate to see that. Danis and Kara are going to get an easy opener. Neither of the T-Side players trade each other. They're going to get a freebie.
Yeah, it's a bit disastrous. In towards Dark as well, meant to be such a highly contested area, back and forth. But BetBoom come out on top, so it's a really good area to have control of, and indeed, to be to the good, to near. Oh, got to be careful here. They're tracking him. Maybe going to flash through. They do indeed. And, well, yeah, he is none the wiser. Result and Celta, all that remain. And to be fair, if they save, they could drop across. So it's not a bad idea to just hold the AKs.
I think you're probably right, in all fairness. Despite them obviously getting no money from dying, with 3.4 and 3.6k apiece, at the very least, they can drop over an AK, or even if they want to, they can drop over kind of a Galil and some youth alongside it. So they can salvage a situation. They can work with a buy-in towards the next. I think actually forcing here is not the worst choice. Gokashima can buy, no problems. And then for Tadir and Shalfey, they're fine as well. Oh, he tried to get the ore, but he couldn't quite get there. Half a second, even less, probably. More or less one more step is what he needed. He was spamming E, but yeah, not good enough. Unfortunate. But yeah, like we said, they could force buy in here. Not an issue for force. Bit of a weird start to the round as well. They kind of tried to fight their way up through E-box there, and it just falls apart rapidly. More or less. 3-1. We'll find ourselves again with an open mind about BetBoom. Sometimes take a little bit of a while to get going. Maybe it's now.
Slow build up in this one. forZe trying to keep everyone alive, I guess, into the late round. Rolling very, very slowly here. Sorte and Co. ready on the A bomb site, but yeah, an uncharacteristically quiet round from an Anubis T side. Shalfey continues looking towards middle. There's a bit of movement. Tadir, though, was watching for it, so not much that BetBoom can really do with that, other than the fact that they can go, okay, not really much presence outside of B. Prepare a bit more for mid or A. That's exactly what they do. Really well-timed smoke there on the other side of the map. Siren with the Molotov down as well, confirms the presence of a couple. Flash going in, just keeping them at bay. 30 seconds to get this hit going. They have managed to creep up middle. It is being watched for, but still, a pincer move here from forZe could be deadly. They just have to get going, man. This is taking forever. There's one that's managed to get in behind, though. That's the big moment. Shalfey with the flank. Gokushima finds a big frag, mind you, and now it's looking very good indeed. Siren's still here, but they are everywhere. He will fall, and forZe, it's cutting it close with only 7 seconds as that bomb goes down. Still, really well executed with the flank.
Yeah, no, it is. Nicely done. Even go for the smoke there. Usually we say for Gokushima it's a bad play, but it's the right play. He needs to drag attention away so that bomb can get out on towards site. Danitz and Current just going to save. In a similar situation for forZe in the previous round, and same thing here for BetBoom. We're actually saving these 2 guns here. It's fine. They can buy around it in the next. So the big thing is just make sure they do exactly that. Celta's got an AWP as well, which you can drop to Gokushima for the next. And for Celta, things looking really good. 8-0. Having a whale of a time. 3-round buffer. forZe on the T side of Anubis. Very good to see. Out the gates early. Keeping that confidence off the win in the double OT of map number 2. Now Anubis is starting already to look a little bit rough around the edges. BetBoom, like we said, have not looked good in this map recently. Losing 4 out of the last 5. You know, 2 of them back-to-back to Cloud9, which they weren't great. And before that, you know, Gucci Academy, you don't even have a team anymore. And an MIBR before that in Parry Please. I mean, granted, we're dipping into last year for 2 of those results, but still shows it's not really been a great map, historically speaking, for this BetBoom side. And it's showing.
Siren will open up. Lovely and clean there, not going to take any damage at all, so yeah, that's how it goes. They played a much slower kind of round in the previous rifle, and BetBoom, they want to take initiative here. Advanced position as well for Zorte on the AWP. Nafany traded out quickly towards mid. Zorte, meanwhile, spots a shadow, but gets bested. God damn, and well... the AWP of the T side chimes in now. A bomb site completely ripe for the taking. They're moving fast here on the CTN to try and regain some space, but it's not looking good.
They come, swing coming through. Celta going to find Chiron. Now Danitz in a lot of trouble. The nade will do damage, but won't get the kill. Molotov might. Ooh, yeah, Celta going to get caught by the flames. If only he kept that smoke for himself.
Well, that will be that, unfortunately. forZe looking very good here on Anubis. Indeed, the T side, the stronger end, but still, BetBoom not putting up an awful lot of resistance. And a couple of rounds in here where it feels like BetBoom start off with the lead or the control or however you want to put it, and they let it slip. You know, forZe's late round hits, their executes themselves look really clean.
Yeah, they like to leave it late, but it's working. I mean, honestly, it is quite fundamentally a kind of a CIS style of play, and it can be quite risky. You know, kind of peak Na'Vi, you see this quite a lot, but obviously worked wonders. I've seen it go the other way, where sides try and do this and try and leave it late, and it actually just comes back to bite them. And right now, it's not the case of forZe. It really is looking good. We do see a tech pause, though, called. My assumption here is... I'm going to say Chiron, but he actually is pulling his knife out and getting the pistol out. So maybe it's actually Zorta. Yeah, so it's not moving here. So I think it might be him, unfortunately. But, very quickly, out of the tech pause. 5-1, being that scoreline. forZe coming against a, you know, a pulled together by a BetBoom, winning here. Could break that econ and really, really pull forZe ahead to kind of not only guaranteeing a lead, but just certify that confidence of the C side. This is a seriously nice T side start here. forZe and Anubis. Smoke to come through. Nafany can't even really afford to fight.
Nice find from Nafany, however. He's going to win it. It may not have been the best idea, but he makes it work. Gokushima finding Chiron. And again, BetBoom, you know, just a little bit in the protocols. Nafany's found an opener. You don't need that aggression. I would personally freeze it and just pull back. Now Nafany's gone down to the trade, which in some schools of thinking is potentially inevitable if he wishes to hold that area and retain the information. And now you're a man down, you know, all because you still went for the push with Chiron.
Very true. Celta will hold for a fight here. He's not going to be given anything. Playing 2 through water. And Zort's got the right idea here, true. But, yeah, no Molotov will smoke in towards E-box. And they might get some room to work going to shot from Zort. They're caught sleeping. Now they're in trouble. They've done its falls. Ah, yeah, Zort has got no chance. So easy. Siren will keep hold of his M4, but, I mean, that round felt like it was locked into place when Nafany goes down anyway. Yeah, he gets 1, but it's not enough. We needed him to get at least 2 there. Have a sort of a level playing field. But not to be. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. This 6th as well is so important. Actually, hang on a second. Gokushima in the AWP punting. It's a crazy decision, it has to be said. Thankfully, there is people around the corner to trade, which they do. So the AWP will be recollected. It's wild sending a Gokushima in first there. But in the end, it doesn't matter. AWP recollected, and you go again. There's the 6th for forZe. Nothing saved as well means probably they're going to find a 7th here too. It's just going to be a kind of a lower buy for BetBoom. Half buy is the call with the MP9s and the upgraded pistols. Super, super simple.
Yeah, really not great, bro. Really not great here. BetBoom in a difficult spot, aren't they? Again, as we say, T-side is where you expect to pick up rounds, but we need BetBoom to start converting some of these CT rounds. And again, they are putting themselves in decent enough positions to do so. Just like the mid-rounding, the calling seems to be a little soft, let's say.
Yes.
AK picked up. Will it be enough? The bomb side itself on A has fallen. Zorte taken out by Celta, so that should be enough. 4-on-2. Looking good once again for forZe.
Oh, a little panicky to get the bomb down there. Oh, Chiron could have denied. No, that bomb was actually in the gap. Oh my god. Very close to dropping the AWP there. Gokushima just panicking to get away. Chiron's even himself quite lucky to stay alive. Derek's going to stick around, see if he can find anything with the MP9. This is a half buy, so doesn't matter too much, to be perfectly honest, if these were to fall. But they can take a free upgrade. They take that every day of the week. Shalfey, right idea. Gonna play it smart. Smoke will come down. And that's that. 7-1. Man, what a scoreline to be had here. Especially after as well how the last 2 maps have gone. Then see 4-7-1 up is, I guess what I'm saying, out of the realms of what we had expected by sort of everything we've seen so far. Map number 1 was not good by forZe. And it's probably the most similar map to Mirage, this of Anubis. It's quite puggy, quite active in terms of the early and mid rounds. Yeah. It is an incredible showing from forZe. And I goes without saying that in the shine that BetBoom coach is going to call for a pause. He needs to have some conversation to save them from this rut that they're in.
Alrighty, let's see, man. Yeah, the man management is going to have to be big here from Inner Shine for sure. A huge round. This is, you know, past the point of no return, but you can get quite close to it, I suppose. If it goes any further than this, we are really worried for BetBoom's survivability, not only in the series, but in the qualifier in total. And for BetBoom to go down in the first day with a lot of the big names dropping out last minute would be really, really surprising. Big finds here for forZe. Nafany out with a trade, though. 3-on-3. The IGL trying to do it all in round number 9. Rotations are around to help out. Zorte not smoked off. Gets himself a nice, easy frag. 3 versus 2. Ooh, only briefly. It's that bomb is the big thing here now. It's spilled out into the open. Result turns away from the flash and finds a very clean shot onto Siren. They tried in the carnage to make something of it. Zorte now left against 2. Can he get it done? Creeping around the corner. On the contact. Ooh. Good for the first. Celta with a wild reposition here.
Oh, no. Yeah, that nobody's expecting that. There's just no way in hell that Zort is ever going to expect it to be all the way back there. And, you know, in a weird way, it doesn't make sense. But the overarching plan there was that it was going to kind of be the insurance policy. That when the bomb goes down, that basically had all the room to work with. He gets to kill on the list. It doesn't matter. It's an 8-1 scoreline. All we care about is forZe are running away with this map. They are making this look so easy. So easy. BetBoom, lost bonus is keeping them alive in the buys here. But honestly, it doesn't matter. They have been non-existent in the bulk of the rifle rounds.
Zorte opens up here. A key frag that BetBoom have to make work. Need to convert these next 3 rounds. Has to start here, of course. So, yeah, if they can't take this one over the line, then I just don't see much hope for them. Would need an incredible T-half to come through. Zorte, again, trained on the angle. Gokushima contacting in, looking to get the trade. Shadow spotted, but Gokushima still fast enough. That is ridiculous. Pika's advantage, say what? 4 on 4. As it's a retake here for BetBoom. They'll move in quite quickly. Try and drop some players early. Smoke down gives them a lot of room to work with.
It's got to be said. That is, well, what feels like basically an unlosable fight. Shadow spotted and knows when he's peeking, and somehow, some way, still lost it. It's insane. And it is napping through the smoke. He actually gets 2 for it as well. How he wasn't traded instantly, I do not know. Celta on the swing adds more misery to BetBoom's way. And just to, you know, for those who may have missed it, Celta's 15-1, by the way. Benched from Aurora, what? Who? No, thank you. Celta is proving his worth. 151 ADR after 10 rounds of play is not a bad position to be in. 9-1 being the scoreline too. Even if it ends 9-3, forZe absolutely on the path to eliminating BetBoom in the first round here, which is just beyond nuts.
Oh, lovely shot from Danis to open up for the side of BetBoom. Gokushima left on half HP here as well. So, you know, BetBoom, listen, man, they are begging for rounds. Absolutely cannot buy them right now. So they'll be trying everything they possibly can. Maybe a half buy is the way to do it, you know, play wild in the half buy.
Molly on the corner. Nobody there. But maybe just dragging attention in that direction. It's worked. It is, technically speaking, 3 through A. Danit is alone here, but I guess the silver lining is it's alone with an AK. So there's a chance. Smoke towards main. That'll be time. Gokushima, an uncharacteristic miss in those sort of situations. He hit a couple of nuts ones, but he has been actually quite quiet for the most part. He's beckoning over rotations, but they're not coming. It's so late here. Oh, he lines up 2. There's a chance. There is a chance.
Okay. Danis might just have pulled them through. We'll see. 20 seconds. Bomb going down. Tanir, the only healthy player. He's going to have to do an awful lot. Smoke goes down. Reposition towards main. Play for the bomb. That is the simple order of the day here for the remaining 2 FaZe players. forZe players. Pardon me. Gokushima peeking round. Trying to get this one done. He's only available for 1. Now a 2 versus 1 for Tanir, and he's smoked out quickly. Smoke and a flash. He pulls them off, and he's got them red. The spray down is there. And Tanir, he knew exactly what he was doing. Maybe he should be on FaZe.
Oh, man. Absolutely everything is going right for forZe. Oh, for FaZe, the way they're playing, honestly. They're playing like
It's been a
them.
long day, man. It's been a long day, all right? You got to give me that.
No, I feel you. I mean, man, actually so well done there again. You know, that's a 2v3 in that situation. It shouldn't be winnable. And then even a 1v2 on the post plant through a smoke to near all the fortune favoring him. This is an incredible display. Goes without saying. Man alive. So many question marks. And again, things start bad for BetBoom. Zorta gets plucked immediately, and Nafani misses opportunity, but then so does Gokashima. Thankfully, shalfey is there to bail him out around the corner. The MP9 will find one. This is carnage. And it's a 3 versus 3.
forZe looking to hammer this one home. 11-1, imagine it. Imagine it, BetBoom. On a severe drought here. But every round is going to help them, of course. Just chilling outside of A for now. Waiting to see if BetBoom throw any utility down. Maybe someone getting a bit cheeky with a peek. Not going to happen. And BetBoom have made the correct assumption here. Bolstering up their A bomb site. Siren, edge of the smoke. Either way, he finds a big, big frag. 2-on-2. Danis looking to swap up to an automatic weapon, and he will do so. Siren just has to be careful not to go down here. Fake out for the plant. Siren, though, going to find the frag onto shalfey. And now it's Gokashima up against both of them here for the final round of the half. Runs out of ammo, and Siren will be the hero there to give BetBoom their second. Look at that run, though. 7 in a row from forZe. Surely has to be enough to close this one out. We'll find out after the break. And here we go, the final half of the day, and the final half for one of these teams. At the moment, it is looking like BetBoom, but T-side of Anubis, it is possible. It really is. Okay, we've seen it a good number of times at all levels of the game where insane comebacks happen. Gonna have to start here, though. Resalt's got other ideas. Finds that first head. Tania fading away. Can't stay alive with Gokushima hidden around the corner. Might not be expected. Nope, he falls too. 4 on 2 as shalfey, the last line of defense on the A-bomb site, has to give it up.
Yeah, he has to just fall back there. Celta coming over to support. I don't really even know what forZe do here. And it feels like they're in the same position. I mean, one of them's already gone. So shalfey's called it, and I think Celta might be internally doing exactly the same. They've completely given it up. And they're going to just happily say, yeah, sure, right, BetBoom, that's yours, lads. You know, we'll fight you in the next for it, sort of thing. And, I mean, hey, I guess you can take the old silver lining for BetBoom and say, decent start, conversation to be had, maybe there's something to work with. Definitely going to have a long road to success. I mean, it goes without saying that when we look at that first half, it was pretty badly played in its entirety from BetBoom. So forZe have to make colossal mistakes like that themselves all throughout this CT side, which feels unlikely. You know, it's not impossible. Still, yeah, obviously it's incredibly improbable, but definitely not impossible by any means. We've seen crazier things in the past. Either way, good start. Great pistol. Setting the tone and tempo quite nicely. BetBoom, of course, nothing really to fear that much in terms of they have considerably better firepower, but it is still a force buy, so they have to be at least a little bit careful.
Whoa. Or do they? Sorte with a big frag to open the round up. Tania gonna look to be cheeky. Meanwhile, on the site itself, not much happens. Tania, oh, the triple kill from behind! There's no way! What is going on in this game, man? There's so many moments that are just unbelievable. Siren all alone. It's definitely doable for him. Gotta retrieve the bomb, and that costs him his life. I don't believe it, Neo. What is going on? You have to feel for BetBoom up to a certain point as well.
And I was saying as well, oh, they're not that much to fear, you know. It's a force buy, but they have, you know, considerably better firepower. Well, apparently it doesn't matter. Apparently it absolutely does not matter at all. Fair play. Tania, 3 kills to his name. And that 5-7 doing God's work in the round. forZe find 11. And look at what it's done to BetBoom. They're into a force buy, and they don't have any of the choice. They're doing double E because they have to force buy there. If they lose this, forZe are coming against basically a nothing buy with map and series point.
Chiron finds the first here. BetBoom are not done just yet. Resalt with his auto shotgun, however, drops the IGL. So he's going to have to lead from the grave. Hopefully he leads effectively, man. Keep them together. A really great opportunity here to just get the one-up on forZe within the immediate context of the game. Chiron with a big find does get traded. Resalt moving in on the auto shotgun. Oh my god. So clean with it. Siren the only one left. There's a tap on the bomb. He's coming in from behind. They don't expect him here. And he does find one, but he's just panicking a little bit. You know, if that player on the bomb had a kit, he was going to defuse soon. Little did he know he didn't have a kit. But he could have walked in and just taken him down and won the round. But that, unfortunately, is the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, no, definitely is a little costly, isn't it? 12-3 scoreline. I think it goes without saying this feels impossible. BetBoom have just not shown up in the server. They've just not looked like a side who we can rely upon in towards the third map here. I mean, absolute credit has to be given. 12-3. I think it goes without saying, even if BetBoom stay alive here, even if there's something to go off in the sense of a couple of rounds on the T side, they have to be flawless for so long. Oh, man, I don't feel like there's any sort of conversations to be had here. I mean, even that round there, fine margins, but all of the fine margins, all of the close rounds, all of the opportunities where it could swing either way, they've all been forZe. They have just got lock on their side, and obviously have just been a little bit more alive. Attack force done. Inner Shine's done what he can to try and rally the troops anyway, but it doesn't feel like there's too much to kind of go off it. As I was saying, this one feels like it's done.
Really spam away, doesn't find the frag, but it's close. Siren's pretty lucky. But yeah, this is not looking too good at all. Fair amount of utility remaining for the T side, I suppose, is one of the things they're going to look for and execute later on. But round itself, super important. Game itself slipping away, and they're hanging on by the pinky right now.
Yeah.
As forZe are just looking to kick them off in this very last round.
It's a good start as well, considering Siren, one of the few kind of rifles they have to work with, is so low. Interesting enough as well, I'd assume that he'd want to trade it with Nafany, for example. You know, have the Deagle, that one bullet headshot, and, you know, Nafany with the armor. I guess it would help, but at this point, not a lot. Feels like it can help them. Looks like they want to split here. And Gokushima's going to give him the space towards Kong because he knows he can win them on the swing. There's one. Falling away. Isolating fights into the trap. But Danitz makes it a 3 versus 3. Now they got space towards A. And it will be retake for forZe.
Okay, let's see. This could get kind of interesting. Or Tanir with a big frag, though, at the initial move. Siren's so very low. He's just waiting patiently. He's the kit player as well, right? So super important that he does not go down without his teammates being in position to retrieve that, you know, not forcing them to move fast. But they've discovered another kit. Siren finds a big kill. Oh! And shalfey is pulled between 2 angles. Tanir does not fancy it. BetBoom will hold on.
Oh, so, living to see another day is the main thing. It's fine margins. Like we said, you know, for BetBoom, winning that it's nice. You know, it's something to talk of, but for how long they have to be flawless in this game, you don't want to say the word impossible, but that's genuinely how it feels like. Ah, man, this would take so much to make this even a conversation. I think for me, BetBoom, we need to get the double digits before I even remotely get comfortable or confident in saying that there's a chance.
Right, let's see. Slow start into this one. I think BetBoom are unsure of what to expect. Salt swinging in. Oh, goodness, a couple of tags,
no.
but it's the M4 coming out on top. That's a shame, you have to say, for Zorte on the scout. He splits it down the middle. Could make all the difference. Could be a help, but, man, the 2-man advantage, I think that's large.
Yeah, I think you're right. He was quite off the back of it too. Assault and shalfey. Yes, they're tagged low, but the numbers alone is all that matters. Siren's sitting the smoke here as well. I like Siren Resort, may I say. Siren's behind the smoke. As it does fade, Assault's waiting. If he swings here, he has a chance. Yeah, overclears it though. Around that corner. The pistol. He is trying to do something at Gokushima. I don't think it's worth taking too much of a long-range fight, though.
Flash round is nice. Gokushima, oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Keeping them at bay, maybe? The thing is, of course, their A bomb site was much better defended. He maybe wanted them to come towards him for the fight, but no, they go B, they find the low HP players, and they will overwhelm, unfortunately. So, that was a bit of a dream.
Yeah.
But it quickly peters out, just Celta with his M4. And, of course, his KDA that he's looking to keep nice.
Any more at the tail end would be nice, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Celta Like you said, just keep on to what he's got. There won't be too much to work with around it in the next round, though. You know, you're looking at the rest of the CT side, and nobody has any cash. So probably going to be a full eco here around the M4. And if you want any sort of chance, probably something a little bit gimmicky, a little bit of a gamble of some sort. Yeah, by no means easy in this one. But, you know, at the very least, with a bit of loss bonus, there's still something to speak of. I will see. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a gamble stack from forZe. You know, this sort of round doesn't make too much of a difference for them if they are to kind of throw it away. And this is the positive about a 10-2 first half, is like you have so many rounds. It's going to work with. I mean, you're not really too stressed. You know that all you need is one hiccup from BetBoom, and the map in the series is yours.
Very quiet here as the dust settles. Oh, going down again. Palpable in a round like this. Seltzer trying to get aggressive with his boys, unable to find anything, and might just have given the game away. You can see BetBoom moving faster towards B now, trying to work their way in over here.
Or the dinks, not bad. Gokashima's in trouble. Yeah, I mean, they did go for a gamble. It's a 50-50, and oh, the flip of the coin is wrong in this one. Zeus is admirable. I think it has to be said for Gokashima there. We'll not find anything. Seltzer does, though. You can take a small little silver lining. Siren of Fall. Maybe something to work with here. Flash in the corner. They're scared to exit. I don't understand the so. Double pistol set up. Seltzer. The worst time. Double away. The mouse wheel jump, nearly selling Kyron. Nearly losing him his life. They will exit out. And there might still be a fight on the way out here too.
Yep, there you go. Seltzer will drop Chiron. So he's doing well for himself. Oh, no, he goes down. So the glorious KD8 still looks pretty good, to be fair. 20-5. And they are indeed setting their sights on the victory all the same. 6 more for BetBoom. It's a lot of work. Get this reset. Buys them some time. But it's, you know, forZe have still got timeouts and all this kind of stuff. So I think it's still going to be really hard.
Well, let's see. Full buy. Back out for forZe as BetBoom are closing the gap, but it's still considerably forced to double the rounds of their opponents. Feels like a matter of kind of when, not if, that forZe closes out. Again, it is definitely very, very improbable. Stranger things have happened. This would be one of the best kind of comebacks we've seen probably in the entirety of CS2. One of the best. Maybe not exactly the best, but up there. Especially with the stakes as well, being a lower bracket elim game too. We're talking as if it's done. We're not even remotely close just yet.
Really quiet start once again, though. forZe going to use pretty much all of their utility in the first minute. They've got a couple smokes left. One just been used there at dark, and the other is in the hands of Gokashima, who's on A. So you'd assume a main smoke to come in if you can get good timing on it. But I don't know, he might miss it, to be fair. He's looking out towards mid. Utility coming over the top here. I don't think he'll really be able to get the smoke down to stop them. So it's going to be all down to the bullets. Resalt for one, taken quickly. Shalfey at the back end of Pillar, however. Oh, he's looking very, very good indeed. And he peeks round for the 2, maybe 3, not quite. Nafany to save his team. Who better? The bomb going down. He's on half HP, and this is going to be a real tough one. Tanir is just above him, and Nafany does not consider it at all. forZe have knocked BetBoom out on the first day. That is absolutely wild, and a really one-sided affair there on Anubis. And BetBoom will be kicking themselves. Really great first map. Took their opponent's map pick. Looking good on their own pick of Overpass. And just let it slip, didn't they? A few times as well we talked about there. Double overtime. You know, you really, really will be...